Hi there, boys and girls, and welcome to another grammar review lesson with me, Teacher Donald. This grammar review lesson is for Unit 10 of our Grammar Goals book. In this unit, we're talking about question tags. You know how to use question tags, don't you? Well, let's look at a normal question and a question tag. What's the difference? Do you have a cell phone versus you have a cell phone, don't you? What's the difference? Well, if you're just asking, do you have a cell phone? We really have no idea if you have a cell phone or not. But if we use a question tag, you have a cell phone, don't you? We're pretty sure you have a cell phone, but we just want some confirmation. Maybe we're like 95% sure that you have a cell phone, but we're just asking so that we can be 100% sure that you have or don't have a cell phone. So you have no idea if the person has a cell phone. You would ask, do you have a cell phone? You think they have a cell phone, but aren't sure. You would use a question tag. You have a cell phone, don't you? Now, there's another question tag you can use, one that starts with an affirmative and one that starts with a negative. So what's the difference here? You have a cell phone, don't you? Versus you don't have a cell phone, do you? Well, the first one, you have a cell phone, don't you? We're pretty sure that you have one. The bottom one, you don't have a cell phone, do you? We're pretty sure you don't have one, but we just need confirmation. So you think they have a cell phone, but aren't sure. You would say you have a cell phone, don't you? You think they don't have a cell phone, but aren't sure. You would use you don't have a cell phone, do you? Now, why do we use question tags like you have a cell phone, don't you? To ask for confirmation. It's like saying, am I right, or do you agree with this? So let's play a little am I right? I'm going to ask you a question using a question tag because I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but then you can just confirm whether I am right or maybe I'm wrong. So listen and just see if it's true for you. Here's the first one. You don't like taking naps, do you? So with this question tag, I'm pretty sure you don't like taking naps, but I just need confirmation. So would you say, you are right, I don't, or you are wrong, I do? You don't like taking naps, do you? Okay, let's try another one. You like pizza, don't you? So am I right? I'm pretty sure you like pizza, I just need confirmation. You didn't have an iPad in kindergarten, did you? So I'm pretty sure you didn't have an iPad when you were in kindergarten, but I know there are some kindergartens that do have iPads. So am I right? Let's try another one. You have been to Japan, haven't you? Now I'm pretty sure a lot of students have been to Japan, so that's why I'm asking. You have been to Japan, haven't you? So am I right? Okay, let's try another one. You will work hard in junior high, won't you? I hope you will. So am I right? And last one. You did a good job, didn't you? All you had to do was listen and say you are right or you are wrong. Okay, let's move on. Now let's play. Pick one. You have to finish this question tag, and you can just pick one, the blue one or the red one. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook. Should we use don't he or didn't he? Now here you want to look at the first part of the question tag, created. Now that's past tense, so we need to use the negative form of the past tense, which would be don't or didn't. The answer is didn't. Now you can say the whole thing after me. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, didn't he? So I'm pretty sure he did. And guess what? Yes, he did. And no, he's not an alien. Let's try this one. Mark Zuckerberg isn't a nice guy. Pick one. How would you finish this question tag? Now, if you see isn't in the first part, then the tag will use is. So Mark Zuckerberg isn't a nice guy, is he? Well, a lot depends on your definition of nice. Maybe to some people he's not very nice, but he has donated a lot of money and helped a lot of people. How about this one? The first televisions weren't in color. Pick one, the blue one or the red one. This time you should use the blue one. Were they? The first televisions weren't in color, were they? And the answer is no, they weren't. Black and white and very small pictures. So how about this one? The first televisions were very small. Which one? Pick one, blue one or red one. This one is the blue one again. The first televisions were very small, weren't they? How about this question tag? Smoke signals were a form of communication. Pick one. This time you should pick the blue one. Smoke signals were a form of communication, weren't they? Yes, they were. They weren't just playing with fire. Smoke signals aren't used today. So which one should we use to finish this question tag? The blue one again. Smoke signals aren't used today, are they? How about this one? The internet is growing all the time. Pick one. It's the red one, isn't it? The internet is growing all the time, isn't it? How about this one about the internet? The internet isn't always a reliable source of information. Pick one. And it's the red one, is it? And a reliable source of information means you can believe it, and you definitely cannot believe everything you see on the internet. So it isn't always a reliable source of information. That's why you need to get many sources to confirm what you read on the internet. Don't just use Facebook. How about this one? Cell phones are convenient. Pick one. This time you should use the red one. Cell phones are convenient, aren't they? Convenient just means it makes your life easier. And it definitely does. Sometimes more complicated, especially if you're on Facebook. How about this question tag? Cell phones aren't good for young children. Pick one. This time you should pick the blue one. Are they? Cell phones aren't good for young children, are they? And there has been a lot of research done where cell phones aren't really good for young children and their eyes and growing up. How about this one? You have to be 13 years old to have a Facebook account. This one might be tricky. Pick one. This time you have to use don't you. You have to be, that's present simple. You have to be 13 years old to have a Facebook account, don't you? And the answer is yes, you have to be 13 years old. I checked. That is their rules. How about this one? There aren't a lot of fake accounts on Facebook. Pick one. You should use are there. There aren't a lot of fake accounts on Facebook, are there? And this question tag, the assumption is wrong. There are a lot of fake accounts on Facebook. Last time I read, there was an article about 2 billion fake accounts on Facebook. So if you don't really know the person, don't let them be your friend on Facebook because there's a good chance it could be a fake person. How about this one? That's the cutest puppy in the world. Pick one. isn't it? Okay, maybe it's not the cutest, but it's definitely one of the cutest. Aww. Good job. Now let's play I Think I'm Right. Make a question with a question tag. So I'm going to show you some words. You have to turn it into a question tag, but you're pretty sure you're right. You just need confirmation. So can you turn this into a question tag? Taiwan, an island. So maybe you're not completely sure. So what's the question tag? Taiwan is an island, isn't it? And the answer is yes, it is. Water goes all the way around. It's an island. Can you turn this one into a question tag? Say it out loud. If you said it right, it should be like this. People in Taiwan eat stinky tofu, don't they? And the answer is yes, they do. A lot of people in Taiwan do eat stinky tofu. Can you turn this into a question tag? Just using present simple tense. If you did it right, it should look like this. Taiwan has a lot of mountains, doesn't it? Yes, it does. A lot of mountains. It rained a lot in Taiwan. Now you're going to use present simple again. Can you turn this into a question tag? If you did it right, it should look like this. It rains a lot in Taiwan, doesn't it? And if you've only lived in Taiwan, you might not think it does, but it does rain a lot, especially compared to other countries. In Canada, I never even owned an umbrella. But in Taiwan, I have about 8 umbrellas. How about this one? Taiwan called Formosa in the past. Now, this is kind of past tense, so think about how you would form this question tag. It should look like this. Taiwan was called Formosa in the past, wasn't it? And I think that was the earlier name of Taiwan before it became Taiwan. It was called Formosa. But I'm not completely sure. Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. Can you turn this into a question tag? If you did it right, it should look like this. Taipei is the capital of Taiwan, isn't it? And I hope you knew that it was. Kind of important information. Okay, last one. I do a good job. Maybe you can turn this into the past tense. If you did this in the past tense, I did a good job, didn't I? I don't know, did you? Okay, last one. Let's play quiz time. I'm going to show you a sentence and you have to pick the word that will finish that sentence. So we're going to go quickly and this will be a lot like the quiz that you'll be doing at the end of this unit. So let's get started. Take a look, read carefully, and how would you finish this question tag using is, are, or went? And the answer should be are. Televisions are in every home, aren't they? Now, maybe not every person has a TV, but I'm pretty sure most homes there will be a TV in it. So this one should be are. Okay, let's try another one. Look carefully. Should we use was, were, or are? For this one, you should use were. The first televisions were black and white, weren't they? So if you see weren't, then you have to flip it around for the first part of the question tag and use were. Try this one. Use don't, wasn't, or didn't. Ready? The answer is didn't. Writers used to use typewriters, didn't they? Now, used to use, that's past tense, so we need to use the negative past tense, which is didn't. How about this one? Look carefully. Isn't, aren't, or weren't. This time you're going to choose aren't. Typewriters aren't very efficient, are they? Efficient means they will help you save time and they're very useful. Typewriters, they're kind of hard and not that efficient. Not like computers. How about this one? Read the question tag carefully and tell me how you would finish it using don't, doesn't, or didn't. Now this is present simple, the verb wear, so we should finish this question tag with don't. Postal service workers wear green, don't they? How about this one? Call, calls, or called. Now think about the verb tense of this question tag. It's present simple. You see the it's, okay, and don't they? So we would use call. People call mail snail mail because it's slow, don't they? And that's true. You have email and then you have a little joke that people make sometimes with snail mail. So if you're mailing a letter, they're like, oh, you're using snail mail just because it's a lot slower than sending an email. How about this one? How would we finish this question tag? Now think about the verb tense of this, or the verb tense of this question tag. Create, creates, or created. If you see didn't, you should know that's past tense. So the answer is created. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, didn't he? How about this one? Be, is, or are. This one we should use is. There is a lot of bullying that happens online, isn't there? Yes, it's called cyberbullying and it's horrible. So if you know someone is cyberbullying, tell them to stop. Don't like any jokes or comments that are making fun of someone. And if you can, report it to Facebook. I've done that before. Do the right thing. How about this one? Should we use has, have, or had? Now the end of the question tag uses don't. So it's not going to be had. So then you have to think has or have. So do we say we has or we have? The answer is have. So we have to report cyberbullying, don't we? And the answer is yes, we do. You got all the answers right, didn't you? I hope you did. And one more question tag. I am cute, aren't I? Yes, little doggy, you are very cute. Okay, that's it for this grammar review lesson. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.